What the hell? Okay. Oh, here we go. I was severely behind on your stream, but there we go. Now I'm refreshed. Now we're live, and you are, of course, 100% correct.
Yeah, I think whenever they're running through the slides like we saw there, that's a sign for us. Oh, the game started already. They gotta get going.
Should have started these slides a little earlier then, maybe, or the game a little later. Slides are so wonderful. Anyway, we are in the temple, the lost temple, and items will be lost from the creeps as well. And who pimps the Blade Master better?
It's gonna be Fly here, prioritizing creeping and finding items. The claws +5, wonderful to pick up here early. It's gonna be FoCuS, who's rather gonna be looking to harass Blade Master, heading right across the map to the opponent, which is no small distance on this map, of course. Gonna be, I think, successfully canceling the burrow. Oh, that's annoying for Fly. That means no grunt production for a long time.
Oh boy. No. Oh, didn't even cancel it. So it's a net loss. Lumber, gold, all gone. Not the start that Fly would have loved to have today.
Yeah, even a little bit of XP going to FoCuS at the same time. That was a pretty unnecessary error. Trying now to make sure the following burrows are coming up. Good news for Fly is he has amazing items. Claws and gloves, wonderful indeed. But also the shop was cancelled. I would say this is quite a successful start for FoCuS.
Yeah, damage is done. He's contemplating with the idea of going for yet another burrow, but do you want to expose yourself to claw, gloves, Blade Master when you don't have a heal self? Maybe not. Why risk it? You are already quite far ahead.
FoCuS will want to catch up on items though. Of course, the two trolls in the middle are the easy ones to snipe for the items. The other two claws are on the Ogre Mauler. That one's a bit sturdier. Not so easy to snipe then. As tier 2 is swiftly approaching, Fly will not be supply blocked there anymore. He can go for a Shadow Hunter. That's of course what we're expecting here. Double Shadow Raider Walker. That is still the meta. After the patch with the Headhunters, we saw a bit more FoCuS play again. But seems like Blade Master still preferred at the moment.
Maybe also a bit map dependent. Maybe one of these will dash out a cheese in the process of this series. There is, of course, the option to go for faster headhunters again, and especially FoCuS has been doing this quite a bit. But yeah, the Blade Master has quite a classic, especially with Korean orc players. They love this. And attempted steal here. Oh, this would be quite a disaster. Fly, can you play around it? Grunt, hurt. Ooh, FoCuS got it.
And all of a sudden he's level 2 already. Although 3 items all went to Fly. Oh, the grunt might also fall. Oh man, FoCuS with a sick early game. Very well done. FoCuS here showing up in style. Just the one thing he doesn't have is items on the blade. He's still naked, in fact, in terms of stats. And well, despite the size of the map, there's no marketplace here. So this might indeed be a problem later on.
True. We gotta ask the question maybe, Remo. Fly lost his Blade Master 5 times yesterday in the series versus Kaho. If that happens to you, are you confident to go into a Blade Master mirror against your opponent here today then?
Yeah, yesterday there was a bit too much. Well, the good news about the Orc mirror is that the Orcs don't have Acid Bomb and Tangle. So that kind of helps with keeping the Blade Master alive. But of course there's other tools as well. We're gonna have Hex, we're gonna have Ensnare. But once Spirit Link is out, normally the blade is fairly well protected. FoCuS, by the way, despite the strong early game, is creeping the natural, so he's not going at all for a map control play early, opening up the natural. I wonder if he's even thinking about expanding. That's something we normally never see in Orc Mirror.
Yeah, that is quite a liability. 2 minutes of sunken cost, and it just takes too much time that you usually don't have. But here on Lost Temple, both seem to be content that creeping is the way to go. No fighting without level 3 Shadow Hunter. And of course, the age-old rule of Lost Temple, whoever gets the middle gets the win.
Could be a protracted fight there as well, to fight for these items and experience. We have the walkers out now, for FoCuS only so far. Oh, and the Hex catches a Raider. Oh, that's a huge mistake by Fly. Had it rallied on the Windwalk Blade Master, ooh, that's It's kind of a beginner's mistake, to be honest. That is not supposed to happen.
It is all a little bit too easy for FoCuS. Well, yesterday it took some time for him to get online and play his A game. He then played a lot better afterwards. Today, from minute 1 on, he's ahead. He's on top of his game. And I say that, and did he get the last hit? I think he did. Yep, he did. Overlay indicates it. Fly has trouble creeping the Shadow Hunter, and that is floodgates open. The middle belongs to the Korean.
Yeah. And with the heal fountain here, also with Spirit Link, everything nicely should be healing up as well. Fly can steal some decent last hits here with the blade. It's kind of scary, by the way. 2 ensnares and a hex could also be his end. Shadow Hunter died to the creeps. Okay.
Fly is a former world champion. Fly was able to hang with the best of the best. This is Fly 20% today.
Yeah, this is Fly still having to get a few coffees in today, I feel like. In China, though, it is not the early morning, but maybe the gaming hours still make it the early morning for him. It's a disaster. This is a disaster beginning to end.
Yeah, and I don't know how he's supposed to get out of this. Like, we were thinking about, like, is there a chance for Fly to dash out one of the old WCG performances? On a good day, he's still a threat to everyone. Was able to take a map off of Happy, if I'm not mistaken, not too long ago. But here in the mirror match, man, there's only one winner on this map.
Yeah, FoCuS also known for being pretty damn strong in Orc Mirror. He was able to beat Lin, for example, right? In the WSB a couple of days ago, if I remember right. Altar destroyed, shadow cancelled, towers coming up. This game is over.
Yeah, this might be a quick day here today. I thought, okay, it's probably like a 60-40 match here in favor of FoCuS, but this is just pure destruction. From minute 2.5 on, when the Blade Master arrived at this very base, there was only FoCuS playing this game, and Fly was suffering. Oh boy.
This looked like a War 3 Champions mismatch, to be honest. Like something went wrong in the ladder process. 2,500 MMR player against like a 1,900 MMR player. I don't want to be too mean to Fly, but let's be real. That was terrible. That was just terrible in many different ways.
That was what we call in Germany a Reinkommer. Pretty much a warm-up game. Psychological warfare here by Fly. Acting weak, playing possum to then get the 2-1 win at the end.
That is the thinking that Fly certainly now needs to pick up for himself. Just shrug it off, wash it off. It is a best of 3. In no ways does the performance from map 1 have to carry over into the rest of the series. Of course, FoCuS now being up 1-0, he's going to have to need only 1 map win to score some points here. And as we mentioned earlier, it is kind of important points for Group A. First place has already been decided with Kao's amazing performance yesterday, but this match is for second place in the group. And we're going to jump into map number 2, see if FoCuS can close it out already, or if there's still some more percentages left in Fly.
Yeah, I really hope that Fly closed the chat of his stream. We know that the Chinese community can be quite brutal at times, and if a former world champion shows a performance like this, I'm very happy I don't know Chinese.
Yeah, that's when you hit the minimize button for half an hour or an hour. But all the more opportunity for Fly to regain glory now. Map number 2, there's going to be a much more familiar one to us in the current competitive landscape, Concealed Hill. A map that we see in many, many different matchups, almost all of them. Here in our Orc Mirror, once again, it's going to be Double Blade. Still no FoCuS to be seen here, despite the fact that FoCuS in the past was very, very fond of the FoCuS headhunter playstyle, also in the Orc Mirror. Seems like here, the Samurai will be heard once more.
Yeah, and why would FoCuS change anything? Game 1 was so flawless, total destruction. Just stick with the guns. Just like a couple of people stick to the sub button. Thank you very much, Kerubik, Bierdosenritter for the 2 gifted subs, Itodor for the 2-month resub, and Herr Schnuck for 27 months already. Much love.
Thank you guys very much. Took a while there for FoCuS to set up his shop. I thought perhaps was going to charge across the map again, get the circle, and go for the burrow harass again. But that's not the case. He goes for the shop on his side instead. So it seems like he wants to go creeping, pick up a circlet as well, and start stacking up the Blade Master, which can be pretty difficult on this map. If from the first camp you only get a ring, the blade is oftentimes quite under-equipped.
That's right. You can of course later get some items from the rad spots and from the natural expansions, but that takes some time and it's not that easy to acquire. We kick things off with the circlet, we kick things off with claws, so both players certainly happy about that. Ring of superiority, also kind of nice. And this time it's Fly who's a little bit more aggressive than his opponent.
And Fly a little bit unlucky. He was hoping that FoCuS was going to go for a different creep route and he was going to be able to get the circlet here from the shop. But FoCuS was the one picking it up first. And now Fly wants to be the one to harass. He's going to charge into the main base, harass the peons, harass the burrows. And that should successfully delay the grunt production then once more.
Oh. Almost looking like game one. Of course not the big mistake of not canceling the burrow. This shouldn't happen to FoCuS, but it's still time lost. It's still resources lost when you cancel burrows. Fly just gotta make sure he's getting into Windwalk, but there's no dust. On FoCuS' side, more destruction, and now he just walks away swiftly.
Oh, Blade Master reveals himself. Speed scroll on both sides. Grunt still goes down. Oh, that's the last speed heal self, by the way. You don't want that one to be cancelled if you're Fly and you're fast to get away. Looking at the shop, but the circlet may have still been on cooldown. Dust now also for FoCuS. Alright, so there may have been a pretty even exchange. Long burrow cancels, exchange for a grunt. But I suppose the question is, how's Fly gonna creep now?
That's right, he's not. FoCuS got the experience, of course, still has the orange left to him. Fly, yeah, what can he go for? Like, he's only having a Blade Master, could go into the base again, but FoCuS might expect that. Creeping this camp, not super easy. He got a staff now. So I'd say off into the base again.
It looks like he's doubling down on harass, which becomes especially difficult to deal with when the Blade Master's high level. Then just one grunt and the burrows aren't really good enough, but this Blade is only level 1. Doesn't have crit yet. Doesn't seem too successful just yet, whereas FoCuS is out on the map, not worried about the solo blade, and would love to snipe some more items. Fly, though, nicely checking for that steal. He knows that turtle down there at the green is very popular to be stolen, so he's going to have eyes on it.
It is, of course, also a start for the Shadow Hunter. Immediate reaction. Is he in time? And can he click in time? Yes, he can. Nicely done, Fly, with the first good move of the series. But can he even get it? Yep, Fly with the last hit. Item to FoCuS, though.
Cloak of Shadows, probably not going to be that valuable, but yeah, that was a very nice play. Good scout, good staff follow-up, and Fly here proving that he did come to play and has yet something to prove. And Lumber's also looking a bit better for Fly, because of course FoCuS' economy was getting harassed at the start, so now his Lumber is lacking a bit, and the Bestiary is going to be a little delayed.
A lot less control due to the lack of ensnare, but the walkers are coming out. That helps with creeping. A little bit of magic damage. Always nice to have Spirit Link, of course, to distribute the damage. Also always nice to have. Is anyone going for a red spot? Not really. Relatively conservative now at the beginning of the mid-game.
Yeah, normally the first bout of aggression might begin again when we have Spirit Link and Ensnare. That's when both players normally start feeling more confident. Fly now, got his level 2 blade. He got the circlet and the claws. That's not too bad at all. And FoCuS is the one here, still trailing behind on level 1 only. But he might be finding his opponent, finding a possible creep jack with the blade.
All a bit more competitive here on map 2. Fly wanted to go for the rat spot. FoCuS is here, greeting him with the first hex that I guess you want to save for the Ogre Lord anyway. Oh, here's the next one. Is FoCuS turning into a Fly here? A little bit of a cosplay. No TP, of course. Oh, it's the dust. No, there's another hex. And that is the hero kill. Fly is back in the series.
Might not be the worst thing though. The blade is going to be revived before too long. He was only level 1. This cost a ton of mana and also a lot of damage on the units here for Fly. FoCuS is not going to contest it though. He's just going to solo creep his Shadowhunter and try to get a level lead there. And Fly is really taking quite a while to creep this camp. I don't think this was the most detrimental of all hero losses.
If someone knows something about Blade Master losses, it is of course definitely Fly. But now the red spot finally goes to him. Cloak of Flames, not the worst, not the best. Cloak is no aura, it's still a little bit of damage. Might be sold eventually for scrolls or more units. Faster 50 food, not bad. But for that, you need a burrow. And I guess Fly forgot about that.
Honestly, I think the cloak is sick. I think if this fight's gonna last a long time and you have good positioning on the blade, there should be 20 damage per second every second. Because normally the blade is the hardest target to kill, thanks to Spirit Link. And this could do a ton of damage. Does the cloak display damage in the overlay, by the way?
Oh, I don't think so.
That'd be kind of interesting.
So weak, man. What are they even thinking when they are developing this overlay and not displaying Cloak of Flames? But yeah, you're right. Orc mirror fights tend to last a long time, and that is then a lot of seconds, and that is then a lot of damage. But at the moment, a lot of damage on Fly's units, and he's getting caught at the red spot.
Grunt gonna go down. Level 2 finally. Blade Master for FoCuS taking a lot of damage at the start. And we are indeed fighting at the fountain. It's really important like who the creeps attack here. At the moment it seems like FoCuS is the recipient of the aggression.
The Drake is on the Shadowhunter, I feel. 43 food for both of them. Lots of units about to die, especially for Fly. This Walker, this Raider, and the Drake is still very, very healthy. Can't attack the walkers at the moment. They still die though. Fly with his Shadowhunter in trouble. Has no heal wave no more. Oh no! Shadowhunter dead! FoCuS level 3 and the Korean is back in the saddle. Fly has nothing to work with anymore.
His blade was super strong, but everything was getting picked apart. Nice micro here by FoCuS as well. For example, picking off the walkers when they were ethereal with his own casters. Catching more units here. FoCuS just way sharper, it seems like at the moment.
Never fight an orc at the fountain. Don't they know this? Oh, Fly. You get the first exclamation mark of the series. It looked like things are going your way to a degree. And then this disaster of a creep jack. FoCuS saw this coming. FoCuS punishes it hard. Lots of losses on the Chinese side, and peons are here. FoCuS about to close out this series 2-0.
Shop gonna go down here as well. No more salve, no more clarities. For Fly, what's FoCuS gonna set up? He's getting close to his own level 3 on the blade. He got level 3 Shadow already, which is arguably even more important. Fly's blade is pretty strong. Seems to be the only good thing that he has at the moment. How much can that make up for?
Yeah, the crits are insane. Cloak of Flames, of course, very good. We're aiming for the Kodos. Shadowhunter's back, but only level 2. While FoCuS still has mana and the level 2 heal wave for a lot of sustain. Grunts are falling, but that's alright. You want to rotate out of them anyway. Walkers hurt themselves. But that Kodo Beast, though, is taking a lot of damage. And the backup Kodo is here, too. This FoCuS biting off a little more than he can chew.
Yeah, it might be, because the mana is running out. The Shadowhunter has no heal wave anymore at this point in time, but the shop is coming. And this shop coming up might be the game saver for FoCuS. He's waiting for it desperately. Clarities, mana potions, wants to get them all. But look at the blade. Look at the blade. He's coming back into the action. He's doing a ton of damage here. 11,000 on this Blade Master for Fly.
That heals... that mana potion was insane. Critical strike for FoCuS. Last second Windwalk. Fly stabbing against the feet. Another Kodo is getting surrounded though. And yeah, this 32 food is not doing much. Back to below 30 now. Fly has to lick his wounds, but how when you don't have a shop?
Yeah, no licking without shop. That's what they say. Blade Master, the one powerful thing for Fly, is gonna fall now as well. And that will signal the end, with FoCuS being the clearly better orc today.
And of course, the celebratory head scratch, FoCuS 2-0. Very, very decisive victory after stumbling a little bit yesterday and losing the series to Kaho. FoCuS is back where he belongs, at the tippity top. Always a little bit hit or miss, but in the past couple of weeks, it was a lot more hit than miss with